now some of the first looks of the new Huntington Bank Field's improved fan experience.
We're beyond excited about the project. I mean, new Huntington Bank Field is going to be second to none in the National Football League and is truly designed with elements that tie everything into Northeast Ohio. And I think our fans, when they walk into that building, will get that vibe and they'll feel like they're at home. We just don't want this to be a football stadium. We want it to be a place that brings the community together, from retail to residential to potential office, spring, summer, winter, fall, you name it. We want to do everything we can to activate that plaza.
The design of the stadium and the entire process is really important to all of us, and we spent a lot of time thinking through all the individual elements, really with the fan at the center of every single decision that we made.
And I would say the Grand Concourse is something that fits along those lines. It's going to be some of the widest concourses in all of the NFL with really high ceilings, and it's actually going to serve both the upper and the lower bowls for our fans. I think Cleveland's tailgating tradition is something that we're all well aware of, so we've worked hard to preserve that as well.
The folded plate roof, really an invention for the Browns. The movement of folding the structure allows it to span those distances to kind of really maximize the transparency and the light that's going to come into the stadium. Really, what inspired the roof for us were all the iconic atriums found throughout Cleveland. The sound, the energy will all be kind of amplified and directed back down to the field. So tailored together, it really is going to be a loud and raucous environment for those fans.
Creating a home field advantage is extremely important to us as an organization. Our first row of seats will be the closest in the league, and we'll have the steepest and largest fan section in the NFL.
Most importantly for our Dawg Pound, how close they'll be and how steep that rake will be. It's going to sound incredible.
And then maybe the most fun is the visiting team will come out of the tunnel right next to the Dawg Pound, so they're going to feel that intimidation from the moment they step on the field.
We have the best fans in the NFL, and they deserve this. We can't wait for the stadium to open in 2029.
Please welcome to the stage managing partners of Haslam Sports Group, Whitney Haslam Johnson and J.W. Johnson, along with President of Haslam Sports Group, Dave Jenkins. And to host our panel is senior broadcaster with the Cleveland Browns, Nathan Zagura.
This is exciting. I mean, I know a lot of people in this room have dreamt about this moment, the start of this to get to the new Huntington Bank Field for a long time, because what it's going to do, it's going to bring the best stadium in the world to the people who deserve it most, the best fans in the world.
Well, speaking of that, we've got a lot of great fans. Can someone get us a Here We Go Brownies going to get this thing jumping? Who's leading the way? All right, we're ready to go.
And now we're ready to go, exactly right. And this is all about the fans. And so, Whitney, I'm going to start with you. What are some of the design elements, the unique design elements of the new Huntington Bank Field that you are excited about? And what did we do to really make this embody our region, to be a reflection of our region, to make it really ours here in Northeast Ohio?
Yeah, well, in partnering with HKS, it was really important that we operated off of certain design principles. So we wanted to make sure we kept the fan at the center of every design decision that we made, and also that the building was really representative of Cleveland. Lance mentioned, but one of the most exciting design elements is the roof that we're going to have. It's going to be transparent. It's actually going to be a lot like sitting in here today, but it'll feel like you're sitting outside with all the benefits of sitting inside, as well as bring an incredible sound and intensity to it. I would say another unique design element that we're really excited about is because of the proximity to the airport, we're building 80 feet into the ground. And so the way the fans will enter the stadium is crossing over these bridges and be able to look down into open air atriums and then actually walk down into the bowl and be met with these large grand concourses that are 2 times the size of what we have today. So tons more interesting design elements that we look forward to talking about, but those are 2 really that we're really excited about.
And that is exciting. And I know one of the things that I know, JW, you're excited about is the new and improved Dawg Pound. So what's got you fired up about that, and why was it so important to not only honor the old fan traditions that everybody here has come to love, but to be able to create new traditions for our fans?
Sure. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, the Dawg Pound is a section in our stadium, but it's rooted by the fans that have been so passionate, so loyal. Big Dog, good to see you here today. So passionate and loyal to this team for so many years. And so big thank you to all of our fans, and appreciate you guys being here. Look, the Dawg Pound is going to be incredible. I mean, that we saw in the video, it'll have the steepest rake within the fan wall in all the National Football League. It'll feel very much like Dortmund in Germany of the big soccer wall of fans. People be able to have a place to sit, to be able to stand and still be safe. And traditions like tailgating. We know tailgating is a big deal, and a lot of people go to the Muni lot, but we're going to have plenty of parking for our fans to be able to come and tailgate and then not walk a mile into the stadium. It'll be a closer proximity. They'll have their own entrance into the stadium dedicated to the Dawg Pound. And then, oh, by the way, you're going to have all the amenities that you'd have, whether that's plenty of food and beverage, and then be able to go down to your seats and to be able to create the most intimidating home field advantage of all sports. It's going to be incredible. I think one of the other traditions we're looking at doing is, could you have, may have some bronze dog faces. So when you're walking in, you give the dog a touch as a good luck, almost like Notre Dame, play like a champion for today. But, different things that we can think about. And we want our fans to contribute to us and think about new traditions that we should be bringing to the new building. So everything that we're doing for the stadium is all about the fans. And without them, we wouldn't be here today. So thank you.
And speaking of those fans, Dave, what are some of the major improvements made in the new stadium that's going to provide for an unparalleled game day experience for our fans?
Well, I think JW just listed all of them off, so thank you. I think Whitney touched on it first. The fan was at the forefront of our process. So every step of the way, it was a pretty controversial decision to build a new stadium. So from day one, we said we had to get it right. And getting it right meant fixing some of the parking issues, fixing some of the traffic issues, getting in the building. And then once you're in the building, what are you experiencing? So it's the wide concourses, it's the closest first row to the field in the league, it's the closest last row, it's increased points of sales, increased restrooms, a wonderful retail shop. So just keeping the fan at the forefront and making the decisions that are in their best interest.
Yeah, that's why I think this is so exciting. The best fans getting the best stadium as you're seeing this kind of evolve right before your eyes behind us. Now, Whitney, you talked about some of the design elements. JW talked about the Dawg Pound and the traditions, both old and new, that you want to bring in here. And then, Dave, you talked about some of the major improvements being made for our fans. Before we leave our panel here, I want to give each of the opportunity to say something, one thing that you want everybody in this room, everybody who's watching through the cameras at home, one thing that you want them to take from this about what the new Huntington Bank Field will be. And Whitney, or Dave, I'm sorry, I'll start with you.
The first thing I would say is it's a great responsibility to own or to operate a football team because what these assets mean to the community. So everything we did in that process was through the eyes of the fan. And we just are so excited for what it's going to be. And I don't think any of us will fully appreciate what we're building until the day we step in that brand new building and see what it's like.
Can't wait. Can't wait. JW?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I've said this plenty of times. Cleveland deserves nice things, and this is going to be incredible. And I think when people walk in the building, it's going to be the wow factor that you've never had before in your life, and be able to enjoy it for many years to come. And I think something else we also want to make sure of is, technology is ever changing. And so we want to make sure that we're keeping up with technology, making sure connectivity from your Wi-Fi to your cell phone to, again, video boards, to you name it. We want fans to feel connected and, again, having that wow moment of seeing what you're going to have for a long time to come is what we're really excited about.
And Whitney, bring us home.
I think just the project is so special because of how it will contribute to the growth of this region. And this is a 50-year stadium solve, and it's not just about Browns home games. It's about all the events and concerts and 365 days a year of activating it and really elevating Cleveland to the national stage. And as JW says, Cleveland deserves to be shown off.
Well, put your hands together. Thank you all so much for your investment, for your hard work. This is going to be transformative for Northeast Ohio, folks, and you're right, we deserve it.